Today I'm reviewing the LG 32U990A-S 32-inch Ultrafine 6K Nano IPS Professional Monitor with Thunderbolt 5, DisplayHDR 600, built-in speakers, HDMI 2.1, and DisplayPort 2.1. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've lived with this monitor on my desk for several weeks, using it for creative work, productivity, media review, video playback, and general desktop use. These impressions come from how it actually feels in everyday use, not simply comparing numbers. Let's set expectations early. This isn't a high-refresh gaming display, and it's not a compact office screen. It's positioned as a professional-grade workspace monitor with very high resolution, strong color handling, and flexible connectivity. It's designed for people who care about detail, accuracy, and workspace efficiency, not those chasing peak gaming refresh rates. In daily creative work and productivity, the 6K, 6144 x 3456, Nano IPS panel makes a real difference. Text looks very crisp, UI elements stay sharply defined, and having that extra vertical space makes space for tool palettes, multiple windows, and reference material without feeling squeezed. If you're editing photos, working with large documents, or handling timelines in video software, that extra resolution gives real breathing room. In photo and video workflows, the monitor's color performance feels balanced and clean. Blacks don't feel crushed, whites stay bright without glare, and gradients feel smooth without noticeable banding in normal use. That DisplayHDR 600 certification means for HDR content you actually see punchy highlights and deeper impression of range compared with typical SDR displays, especially in brighter scene elements. It doesn't replace a dedicated mastering monitor, but for everyday creative tasks where you want reliable portrayal of highlights and contrast, it feels engaging rather than artificial. The Thunderbolt 5 connectivity really shows up in everyday behavior. Using a single Thunderbolt cable with power delivery, display, and data all flowing to a connected laptop or desktop is genuinely convenient. You dock, and you're ready to work. That simplicity matters more than a long list of ports when you're juggling devices regularly. DisplayPort 2.1 and HDMI 2.1 support bring flexibility for different sources, and switching between them was smooth in normal use. Built-in speakers are practical for everyday multimedia and casual playback. They're not reference-level audio by any means, but when you're watching videos or listening to streams without extra speakers hooked up, they feel fuller and clearer than most built-ins you find in general-purpose monitors. Thermals and daily usability matter too. This panel stays cool with extended uptime. There's no distracting fan or high-frequency hiss in operation because there are no fans, just quiet electronics. The on-screen menu is responsive and straightforward, and tuning presets or color profiles didn't feel like a chore during regular tasks. Now a balanced comparison. If your priority is ultra-high refresh for competitive gaming, this monitor isn't focused there. Competitive titles at very high refresh rates simply feel better on displays with 120Hz plus, 144Hz, or higher refresh. That's not a flaw here, it's a design choice. Prioritize resolution, workspace area, and color fidelity over refresh. If your use leans into professional color-critical editing, some specialized studio displays with hardware calibration and absolute factory calibration precision can go a bit further. That's not a critique, it's more about understanding where this sits between professional use and enthusiast panels. This monitor makes the most sense for people who want high pixel density and workspace area for creative and productivity tasks, value Thunderbolt docking simplicity for laptops and multi-device workflows, appreciate accurate color and strong SDR/HDR representation, use mixed content, media, editing, documents, on one screen. It isn't trying to replace ultra-high refresh gaming panels or niche studio mastering monitors. It's focused on practical performance, clarity, and flexibility for everyday professional use. Here's the measured evaluation. The LG 32U990A-S delivers exceptional clarity and useful workspace with its 6K resolution and Nano IPS panel. Its color and contrast feel balanced across creation and everyday use, and Thunderbolt 5 makes it easy to integrate into modern workflows without juggling multiple cables. The trade-offs, typical for a 60Hz professional display, are that it won't satisfy competitive gamers seeking high refresh, and absolute mastering grade calibration is outside its core focus. But for productivity, creative work, and everyday desktop life where clarity and space matter, it feels like a capable and versatile choice. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.